Well, my beard is the best that it's ever been because a yellow flower just blew into it. Yeah, I never thought I actually had a beard. It's just I haven't trimmed my hair, and this is the shape that grew. Looks really funny. It looks like I have one of those Quaker ones. I call it my tiger beard, tiger style. It's just how it grew. My hair is this long, so if I do get it cut some stage, this long. So if I do get it cut, yeah, this is longer as it is now, June 30th, thereabouts. I don't know if I'll make it to the flower festival or not. If I did, I'd have some prints to sell. My garden avatar theme. So, a couple of interesting things. Someone describing my character with a few words, and it felt to me like I was being hashtagged, and they were like incorrect hashtags. I didn't agree with them. I don't know how much thought went into them, but anyway, that's how they saw either me or my artwork, and I thought, wow, I really don't see it like that. And I think I would use different words. And I thought, more importantly though, is if they knew where I was coming from, then maybe they would they interpret the art differently. But one of my main themes, where it comes from, is my sort of self-discovery and living my life of being an empath was during about the 13-year oil war and 9/11. So 9/11 came about, and it was really interesting because my birthday is 9/11, and excuse my prints currently. So every 9/11, what do I see on TV? YouTube, Netflix, 9/11 stuff. So it became kind of a theme. And this one is a really interesting theme. And how it can all be kind of hidden in plain sight. We just got to get a few words right. Real superheroes stand up and speak out. We choose ourselves, self-elected. You can't arrest an idea. Birthplace Earth, race human, religion freedom, religion love, politics freedom, politics freedom. And free from even having to think about it, because you can get this one right pretty easy, and we can raise our children with it, with some really cool poetic expressions for being young revolutionary anarchists who stand up for Mother Nature, rather than obfuscation, legislature, pollinators, see you later. We improve our language. So I'm offering this to a select few parents in Zinglish, which is unpublished work. I've only posted Zinglish phonetics so far, the 7 rules, which is really funny and fun, and they rhyme. And the rest of Zinglish it goes very deep, but it's very simple, and that's where you get its power. But you got to get the depth of why you would want to create a new language at this time. It's not comparable to Esperanto. Esperanto didn't have a clean slate. It was trying to amalgamate multiple different languages into one that sounded kind of like all of them or none of them. And it's really a flawed logical foundation. I would have never thought in that direction. Zinglish is a clean slate. We do have the backbone already in place of computer programming languages. So we have an example of how you can get a machine to run from English instructions. We already have BASIC and Pascal. You can program an app with your smartphone. It's 2020. It's time we all had this ability. This ability, some people said my skills and ability was the result of a disability, and I don't diss this ability that I have, I diss theirs. It's a labeling, it's a name game. It's insane. My psychiatrist caused me nothing but pain, but from that pain I grew again and again. And now I'm Neil the Poet, Freeman Hussein. Unplugged from the collective insane, they said they'd never invite me back again. Emergency eject, I kicked him out. I don't need to explain. I heard somebody say he was investigating fake voting machines. Maybe you could reinvestigate that one again. Neil Freeman Hussein, shout out if you know that name. Talking about the guy investigating ATVs kicked out of the plane. But you got it the first time, I didn't need to explain. Okay. So, I'm living here. And if the only thing I want is my children, my two sons, and either one or both of my beautiful Japanese wives. And I don't know if they're alive, and that's the stats. I don't know of any family member who's alive. Can't confirm anything. Have received only intercepted and rewritten emails from them. So as of this video being public, it's public notification that, yeah, my email's been blocked. Anybody who's received emails from me got fake emails written by cops. And the emails I received were written by cops. And that changes everything. It's really difficult to erase. You've got to really I've got to get my head around, like, okay, so everything is fake, and you've got to stop and clean slate reset, because the journey you went on was based on false data, intentionally created to give an intended result, not just you were wearing the wrong glasses and shoes. This was the journey you were to go on. It was pre-engineered to be pretty tight. It used hypnosis, brainwashing, and neurolinguistics. And I put up a good fight, but I didn't have those abilities or that knowledge, so it took me longer to identify than it would now. Now that I have that ability, I could teach someone in a day how to identify these people. They're undercover cops of the mental health label, but they run under different labels. They have the training to play multiple different roles, appear any different ways, change identity quickly for their safety, sound different, act different, pose different. I learned quickly just from watching them. They are perfectly camouflaged and anonymous. They come in and out of your life, plain sight visible, but like the stopwatch gang with a yellow stripe. They've got some prop, something that makes them memorable, that goes to the number one spot, occupies 90% of your attention, and you don't get the rest. The rest is so bizarre, generic, but bizarrely generic, almost as if they're going by some super ultimate medium. Like, was that gray hair? I think so. Why can't you figure out whether it was gray hair? It's a certain coloring, and it's strange, but it defies a correct label, so you lose the labeling slot in your memory. Your memory becomes less. The maximum memory you could have would be all your 5 senses to remember something. So you have one less aspect. So anyway, I need a drink, I just smoked. Really hot roach. Made my mouth really dry. That thing was flame on. So I'm gonna post this just as a journal video. But anyway, you get all types of characters. You can see, if you put them all in a spreadsheet, you'd see the gambit that you get. The characters and the accent. I started to get their little tests that they do. Kind of mostly under, well, for many things. Offering you something. Money, sex, drugs. Opportunities of some sort. To test you. Most of these things will probably fall short, but you might end up with something if you've played them, if you're a smart fish. Life is a game. I already play it. If I need to make more money, I'll just improve my overall game, my poetry. Just improve my strengths more. So I'm not taking up their opportunities. It's funny, everybody says there's no real fallout, no reason for fallout, like not that many bums, because there's like everybody can prostitute themselves at least for food, or deal coke or both. It's all one game. You lose your mind, and you're available for sex. Sex becomes free. Or at least that's what they want to project. And everybody, they get smart about stealing, so they still make their money because they steal stuff. Anyway, that's a lifestyle down here. No cane. This is a response to O'Kane, because cocaine goes by every name. But the latest word in the last couple months, I'm hearing people say it's okay. O'Kane? No, Kane. I'm able. Still perceptive, creative, passionate, empathetic, and even mentally stable. I will not add your untested white chemical substance to my food and medicine staple. Only Sacred Mary Jane, see the truth, believe again. Now if we spell believe differently than we be the leave, that means we're growing all the food and medicine that we need. We've been previously deceived. This is like teaching selective history. They can teach the truth, but they teach the events out of proportion. They spend more days on one than they should. More pages in a textbook. Gardening should be number one priority. We got to reprioritize. We have to take charge of it. We can't blame them for not teaching us. They merely stole your child's life for the school days. DAZE. That's until you woke up and pulled them out. Homeschool, high school, it's actually really easy. Plant a garden. That's how you can break through. Believe, see the truth. You gotta believe in you. So either the bees are leaving or you are being the leave. Either way, if bees are doing what they're doing, they are being, and they're not being deceived. We get back to Mother Nature. There's my journal video. Good enough. June 30th-ish. This is Medellin. And this little piece of art here. Top 500 most polluted cities in the world. Are you riding the bike you like? What would you like to put in your mouth? This is Medellin.